Victor, Echo 1, Oscar, Zulu, Yankee. Oscar, Zulu, Yankee.
OZY, Roger, Roger. What's the name there, sir?
OZY, Roger, Roger. What's the name there, sir?
The name is Miles, Mike, Yankee, Lima, Echo, Sierra, miles, not kilometers. We're in central Nova Scotia, 35 miles west of Halifax, and that's my first time checking into your net. So pleased to meet you there. I didn't write your name down, or did I? Oh, it's is it Jim or Tim? Back to you.
Roger, Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, and Miles. Gosh, good to hear you, sir. What radio are you running?
Good to hear you, sir. What radio are you running?
I use an old 857. Just running about 180 watts. Nothing powerful, and Yaesu MD1 microphone. And my antenna is a Cushcraft R7000. That's 12 feet off the ground. 12 feet off the ground. And back to you there, Jim.
Roger, Roger, Miles. Well, with antennas, you know, you don't have to smoke or drink to have a good time. You don't have to be 80 feet in the air. Obviously, you know, you're doing quite well at the lower altitudes. Roger, Roger.
At the lower altitudes. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, it seems to work well, especially from long distance. It's got a nice low angle of radiation, and I'm about 180 feet above sea level here, so I don't really need much height, and it seems to work real well and cuts back on the noise. I found the lower I had it, the less interference I got from QRM and QRN both.
Yes, sir, Miles. Now let me see if I can foresee the directional pattern of that microphone. I say that microphone. I'm sorry, that antenna. Moment of confusion there. The antenna is running. Let's see, east and west. Is that a Roger?
East and west. Is that a Roger?
No, it's vertical. It's a vertical. It's roughly 22.5 feet long. It has 3 coils in it, and it's 40 to 10 meter vertical. Cushcraft R7000 vertical. It has a matching unit at the bottom of the antenna. It's an older antenna, probably 25 years old, and it has a matching unit at the bottom and 8 radio. 8 4.5-foot radios off the bottom of it. And it is vertical, QSO.
Roger that, Miles. Gosh, it sure is radiating very well down my way for sure. Well, I'm copying you on the Milford to Pennsylvania SDR, and you're about, looks to be about 10 over on the Milford SDR. Roger?
Over on the Milford SDR. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, you're 5, a solid 5'9". A solid 5'9". And I'm in a little community called Newport Station. It's, like I said, 35 miles west of Halifax, the capital city. We're sort of in the center of the province, and I'm not too far from being halfway between the North Pole and the equator. If I walk down to the front yard there and make a left turn, I'm sort of on that 45-degree parallel line there. Back to you, Jim.
Roger, Roger, Miles. Well, gosh, one more time on the radio. I'm not copying the radio too well. Try the radio model number again, please.
The radio model number again, please.
It's a Yaesu 857 Delta. 857 Delta.
857 Delta, Roger, Yaesu.
857 Delta, Roger, Yaesu.
Roger, Roger.
All right, sir. Miles, you might be just a skosh hot into your ALC. If you would, does that radio have an ALC meter?
Does that radio have an ALC meter?
Oh, yeah.
Roger, Roger. Might check that with mic gain in hand as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, and adjust that mic gain until your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC by way of mic gain control. Roger?
ALC by way of mic gain control. Roger?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4321, 1234, 4321. The mic gain just barely going over half. That's usually where I run it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, sir. Looks good. Looks good. I think that's why I was having just a little bit of a problem copying the radio, because you might have been just a little hot into your ALC, but it looks good now. It looks about 3 dB, which is exactly where you should be, Roger.
3 dB, which is exactly where you should be, Roger.
Roger. Yes, 3 dB. I'm about 2.8 wide. 2.8 wide on the K8 killer signal. We're not hogging the frequency, that's for sure. So back to you there, Jim.
Yes, sir. 2.8 radio sounds really good for that. Does it have equalization, did you say?
Does it have equalization, did you say?
No, I can't per se set the equalization. I can set my lows and my highs. But it's not like a true equalizer, QSO.
Roger. Well, that's the whole name of the game. It's all, equalizer, what it does is balances the mid-range to the top and mid-range to the bottom. And so much so that even the newer radios, the 7300, the 7610, don't even have an adjustable mid-range EQ because they don't want you to mess with that. Ideally, when you're doing EQ, you want that mid-range flat, and then it's so much easier then for the top and the bottom to catch up EQ-wise. What I would suggest, it would be a 2-click boost on the treble EQ from where you are. 2 clicks additional treble EQ boost. Roger?
Traditional treble EQ boost. Roger?
Yeah, we have some QRM. Someone's keying up on the band there, Jim. I will just ignore that, but there, I set it up too, a little bit higher, so my audio should be on a little higher end of that now, Jim. Back to you.
Yes, sir. That top-end EQ helps for articulation, and articulation is how we understand words. Without articulation, it's very difficult to understand what the words are. Roger?
Difficult to understand what the words are. Roger?
Roger. And, that seemed to help. It kind of gave me a little more power out, too.
Yes, sir. Would just slightly. Probably, if we were to boost your bottom end, it'd probably give you more than the top end as far as additional visible RF increase in signal. But I think your bottom end is just fine. It was just you needed just a touch more treble EQ, Roger, and you've got it now.
More treble EQ, Roger, and you've got it now.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad she's. I'll glue it. And when the glue dries, I'll break the buttons off and leave them right there, Jim.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what, sometimes we play a game, and that's, we have to have something to look at when we're transmitting. So I suggest that you break out your ALC for something to watch over a period of weeks. Just looking at your ALC as you speak and trying to, keep that audio within the range of mid-scale to 2/3. And by the time of 2 weeks of looking at it, you'll be able to command that ALC meter to do exactly what you wanted to do by voice. Roger?
Meter to do exactly what you wanted to do by voice. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, it makes a big difference. I always try to stay about 2 to 3 inches back away from the mic. I find if I get too close, things don't sound right. So we keep it back away from the mic, and that's where it likes to be. I think that's where it sounds best anyway. We get all our good reports when we're 2 to 3 inches back away from the microphone.
Yes, sir. The thing called proximity effect, the closer you get to that mic, the bassier your voice gets. So I think the way you're working it now, the position to the microphone that you're running it now is ideal, and I would just continue to do that, Roger.
Roger. Well, thanks, Jim. I'm going to keep it. I know there's other people wanting to get in. So, Kilo Charlie 9. Victor, Kilo Victor. I hope I got your call right there, Jim. This is Victor Echo 1 Oscar Zulu Yankee Miles in Nova Scotia, and thank you for the the QSO and for letting me into the net. Back to you.
Yes, sir, Miles. 73 up that way, sir. And if you want to hear your radio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to our QSO-VLOG page. We're currently running almost 2,000 QSO-VLOG recordings. This recording will be cut number 1 of that series. So you two search for KC9VKV logbook. We'll bring up our QSO-VLOG page. 73 miles, and we'll catch you later. This is the Friday afternoon QSO-VLOG Net, a first show for 2022. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.